He about lost his rod holder. That's for sure a blue cat too.
Yeah.
Well, folks, I'm on the Ohio River today. I'm below another lock and dam. It's according to what the other people's doing up here. I'm gonna try 3 different things today. I'm gonna pull planer boards at some point. Might do it right off the bat. I'm gonna drift behind this dam, kind of go back and forth and run a grid pattern. And I'm gonna anchor fish behind the dam. Just to see, you know, I've got all day out here, as long as it don't get too hot. Just to kind of see which method works the best. Like I said, I ain't fished behind a dam like this, so I'm just gonna kind of tinker with them and see which works the best. Probably gonna start off by going up here and seeing if I can catch some fresh skipjack, and then go from there. I've got some fresh frozen ones, but I'd like to get some fresh ones, but I'll see y'all here directly. Well, folks, I didn't have much luck on the skipjack, but there's about 6 boats over here. I got a couple poles set out waiting on some bait to thaw. We're about to make us a track down through there and pull planer boards. I figure I want the track to end about right here. Plus, it's too hot to wear this cotton picking life jacket. And I forgot my other one. So I'm gonna pull planer boards back and forth down through here and see what happens. I'll have to go get some fresh skipjack up there somewhere too, so before the day's out. So I use a 4-ounce dragon sinker in these rivers. Sometimes I put a 3-ounce banana sinker on top of them like that, hook it all together if it's too swift. But mainly I just use those. I've got the trolling motor in spot lock right now, getting everything ready. Because I don't like to leave my dragon sinkers on my poles. They go to flopping around in the bottom of the boat and wherever you got them, and create problems for later on. So I just kind of get them out, get them in my pole holders, which side of the boat I want them on, get them tangled up in my line just like that. I want that one in that pole holder because, well, I don't know why. This is a bumping rod. I always use it for dragging, and I use it for my center pole. Just due to the fact that it's real stiff and it works good for dragging as well as bumping. I haven't got the bump any this year. The Mississippi's been up so much that I just haven't had a chance, and it's something I prefer to do in the Mississippi. I probably bump in Ohio, but the one time I tried it, it did not work so well for me. Just because the current's so sporadic. I'm probably gonna run body pieces for a little bit because that's what they bit the last time I was here. I'll probably put a headpiece on one pole. I'm gonna get my trolling motor going the right direction. That sometimes it's aggravating. Go to iTracks to start. We'll set her on put the cruise control on 4 mile an hour to start. This is something I like to do. It's something that you don't think about doing when you're catfishing. You know, I was raised like everybody else. You throw your poles out there, you wait, and then, like I said, it's something I've just got started doing in the last couple of years, and I really like it. To me, it's a way that you cover ground. The fish actually bite doing it. It's a little bit of a headache sometimes, but then again, everything is. Like being 6 boats on a weekday at the dam. Never dreamed they'd have been that many up there. And I don't feel like they was catfish. I don't know what else you do at a dam. Maybe striper. I found these OR18 planer board clips, and they flat hold a planer board. I like them. I don't like them to release every time I get stuck on the bottom or stuff like that. I like them to, see, a regular clip would have done and broke loose with the amount of weight and everything I got on there. I like to be fishing, not jacking with stuff. I don't remember what I put on there already. I'll put a headpiece, a smaller headpiece on this one. About got my finger. Dog, I done thought my planer board had come up out of the water. Now I got these set pretty tight, so I got to jerk pretty hard for them to release. Now I'm gonna run a pretty big head or body piece on this middle pole. Sometimes they'll only bite these dragging ones. Sometimes they'll only bite the planer boards. I think it'll be interesting to pull them right below this dam like this. The bottom's real sporadic down there, so I don't know how that's gonna work. We will see. I've seen it go both ways. I sometimes run 2 more, but usually it's a lake thing and I've got Aaron with me, and it's hard to handle 4 of them. We're running over a bunch of fish. I think I had my camera off, but that far right hand pole got a bite. He slammed it, but I guess he missed it. I was looking over to my left, and I heard the planer board making racket, and I was all excited saying, "Wee!" And then I didn't have my camera on, and he didn't get hooked, and the wee factor turned into a not so wee factor. There he goes. That doggy come back off. Say that's a pretty good fish if he ever gets it. I like to see him go backwards like that. This way right here, folks, you can always catch a fish. Well, fish on. I didn't get a good look at him, but I think he's a channel cat. He is. Pretty channel cat. Let me get him up here. First fish of the day, 3-pound channel cat. That's probably not a channel cat there. That thing was getting a bite there for a long time, and I was setting this other board out. Let me spot lock my trolling motor. He ain't all that big, but I got a couple different things going on right now, so I think that was him come up back there. That might have been a skipjack. It didn't look like a very big fish if it was him. Of course, it ain't no monster. I just don't feel like that was him come up. Ain't a bad little old blue. see how he's hooked and see if he's dip net worthy. Oh, I got my own camera pointed up at the doggone sky. He's hooked pretty good. God, dog, he's all jacked up, poor fish. Hell, let me grab the dip net so I don't lose my hook. He'll go 7-8 pounds. Nice first blue of the day. That's why I'm saying this planer boarding, I don't do it a lot because Erin's not a big fan of it. So I try to do it when she ain't around. But that fish right there has seen better days. I'm gonna put him back in there and let him do what he needs to do. He had all kinds of line tangled up around him. I saved that fish's life by catching him. I'll put this line back down in here where it can get tangled up in my boat and my stuff. Let me get some of this mess out of my way. Let me fling my board out there in the water. Here. Jesus. I try not to use a dip net unless I got to. Because dip nets like to tangle up in everything. Well, let's get this planer board set before I get out there. All right, back to fishing. For some reason, this boat's going from 0.7 mile an hour to 0.2, then back to 0.7. I don't know. Sometimes it does that when you're running too slow. So I put her at 0.4 mile an hour. It's running at 0.5. Oh, that was a big old blue cat. It weighed about 20 pounds. Done got dead. That's unfortunate. When you blue catfish for sport, and you I keep a few to eat, the smaller ones once in a while, because I like them. I like fish. Or if somebody I know is having a fish fry, I'll keep a few of the smaller ones. But whenever you after them so much, you develop a respect for them. It's like bass fishermen or anything else, and you kind of, it disheartens you to see one that big dead. So it took that fish 5 years to get that 20 pounds. Maybe even longer than that. just according to his living conditions and all that. Does that center pole got a fish on it? Yeah. And he come off. I think he got bait too. That pole had got a bite. I hope we screw around and catch a big one doing this today. It's very exciting when one of them gets on a planer board that weighs 20 pounds and that planer board shoots out across the water. We're getting into some bait fish. Shad or such. Usually if you pull into a school of bait fish like that, you get a bite. There I was texting and fishing again, got a bite on my right hand pole and didn't have the camera on. That for right hand pole, that could be a good fish. Can't tell yet, folks, but I think it's an alright one. Don't think he's all that big, but he sure hit it like he was a mean son of a buck. And the thing might have come off. No, he's still on there. See, this is the bad thing about planer boards. Right now is the most critical time. I thought that fish was bigger than that. I don't think he's a bad fish, but I sure thought he was bigger than that by the way he hit. I gotta change batteries in this camera out anyway when I get him up. Nice pretty blue. About a 4 or 5 pound blue. I had got a bite. I was sitting down. It's been a minute since I got a bite. I don't guess he's gonna come back for it. He come back for it. Oh! Feels like one of those don't think he's all that big. He ain't a bad one. I don't think he's big enough to turn my trolling motor off. I think he'll come to the top of the water back there about where that planer board is. And, well, there he kind of took off. Fix this drag. Guess I need to spot lock this trolling motor if I can find my remote. Make this go a little bit. What do you mean the motor's not found? No, it ain't a bad fish. These poles are stiff as crap. He's holding that planer board under. That's what I was after, these sporadic bigger fish that I was seeing out here on sonar. Just had to wait them out. I was getting impatient. But this reinvigorated me. For sure a dip netter. I don't know, it's so hard to tell on this heavy tackle. I see my planer board coming up. I see the fish. He ain't as big as I thought he was. Good fish. Nice post-spawn male fish, probably weigh 8 pounds. He about lost his rod holder. That's for sure a blue cat too.
Yeah. Oh, look at the bubbles coming up.
They'll do that in that 40 foot of water.
Are you filming?
Yeah, I'm filming.
Are you really?
Yeah.
You're kidding. You're kidding me.
It's habit. When I see a bite, I gotta turn this camera on.
There he is. I'll be dang.
Pretty doggone good fish.
Look at there, blind hawking. Settle down, settle down. He's hooked pretty good. Look at that catfish.
That's what it's all about right there, is that takedown to me.
Takedown. Ain't that the truth? You want him?
Nah.
Nah, I don't keep him either.
Yeah,
He can't kill way.
that fish right there will probably get 100 pounds in his life.
Yeah, later on.
Now I will keep a few to
Somebody wants to fry 'em?
yeah, well, I'll keep them about 1.5 pounds.
Oh, little ones.
Yeah, 2 pounds. Them blue cats hard to beat as far as eating when they're like that. I knew they's fish here, but they're
Boy,
slow.
it's taking their time. Look at there. Look at there, boys and girls. That's what's fishing the Ohio's all about. Turn that tail.
What do you think it'll weigh, 10?
I can find that on fast. Yeah, let's just say 10. I don't want to stress him any more than I have.
I ain't so doggone sure your far right hand pole ain't getting a bite.
Yeah, he goes. 10. Nice fish. All right, throw him back.
Yep, that's a
Whoa!
purty fish in
Purty
blue cat.
fish. Ain't that something? Hell, fire, I didn't even take a picture of that thing. What am I thinking? I got a camera right there. I didn't even.
I'll post it.
Maybe they'll start here this afternoon.
Now then, the other day I come out here is the last video I filmed,
Yeah.
and I jacked around and was getting skipjacked, and I caught the fire out of them here.
Right here?
Yeah, I caught one 32, 33 pounder.
You kidding?
Somewhere right in front of us.
Huh?
Somewhere right in front of us. I was probably throwing hooks where we're sitting.
Yeah. Come on, get out of there.
But like where we was sitting at a while ago,
Yes, sir.
there was no current, so the only thing we was getting was gar. Well, I'm gonna get out of here and let you have it.
Well, been pleasure fishing with you.
Yeah, same here. Good meeting you.
Yes, sir.
It's always good.
Hopefully we will again.
Well, folks, I'm gonna call it. It's good to meet somebody out on the river that knows me. Never in a million years I'd have thought that. I'll holler at y'all later.